Great. I'm gonna fight this motherfucker now. Nothing to steal. Are we finally here, guys? Alright, I'll take you to Marlene. And Cloud's having some of his visions coming back on him. Alright. I'm going to head back up because there's actually material that we left behind. And I'm probably going to edit this battle out, so I'll see y'all in a minute. Alrighty, that was a very slow and agonizing battle, but nevertheless, it was worth it because now I have picked up the sense material. And with the sense material, it gives you an extra command. It allows you to sense the level of what they are maxed at, how many hit points they have, and how many magic points they have. That's what sense allows you to do. And the more you upgrade the materia, the more better and accurate it hits. But I'm going to go ahead and transcend over to... probably do a little bit of grinding here and there. And I'm going to transcend over to the house. So alright guys, we're back. We're in Aerith's house. I've done a little bit of grinding and stuff and things like that in nature. So I'll show you once we get done talking with Aerith's mom, but right now we're going to find out more we're going to find out why Shinra wants Aerith so badly. And to be honest guys, I'm still feeling kinda a ways about the whole stream. I so wanted that YouTube stream to work the way I wanted to, but I spent an hour before I was able to get it to work. And then even when it was working, it wasn't doing what I wanted to do. So I apologize on behalf of myself, and I'm sorry that y'all didn't get the quality that I promised y'all. I'll have to find out more information about it, and I'll see if I can get that fixed in the future. But as of right now, I'm probably just going to stick to pre-recordings. They're a little bit more easier to handle and more safer to do. If I get some things arranged with Twitch and might not have this problem, I might be able to stream again, but right now, I'm just going to wait and see. Now we're getting into some details. And when they're talking about the war, for those who pay attention to the Final Fantasy VII lore, there was a war that was raged on between Shinra and Wutai. Wutai is like this world's equivalent to like an Asian culture. The Wutai believe that everyone should have access to materials, whereas Shinra want to monopolize it for a business, and that's what basically started a war. But in actuality, there's more to it than that, and we'll find out more about it when we get to Wutai, which will be later on in the future. She picked her father up. And this is kind of a sad story. A young child and a dying mother. Poetic sadness. Well, I imagine so, ma'am. Casualties are a part of war, especially non-combatant casualties. If you don't believe me, look at the countries in Africa. It's now 2016 and some of those areas are still going on, especially countries like Sierra Leone, Algeria, Somalia. Those are places that no American should be. I know we try our best to help people out throughout the world because we have to think our country's great, but at the same time, our country's not that perfect neither. But it's the attitude that we carry in our society, which I believe why most people of different foreign ethnicities tend to fear or hate us, because they're used to a culture that's driven by fear or anger. But at the same time, you have to look at the environment that they come from and understand how they react. It's like trying to understand a cancer cell. If you understand how it reacts, you can find a way to conquer it. I believe that's the CIA's approach to terrorism nowadays. But then again, that's a topic I don't want to touch. So... y'all sitting there watching me play this game, and I'm sitting there rambling on about a bunch of random shit. I can imagine what the comments are probably going to be saying. But that's one benefit of doing audio commentary during a gameplay. Sometimes you pick ideas from a storyline and you kind of relate it to real life issues. Oh, way to drop the bombshell, Aerith. See what I mean about this being said? And that's when Shinra poked their damn nose. Song, the head commander of the Turks. And that's the funny thing about the Turks. They all have their own unique roles in their little group. But they mostly specialize in recon and close quarters combat. And that's when we are now figuring out that Aerith is actually an ancient. And supposedly, there's a prophecy that says that the ancients will lead all of mankind to a promised land for those who understand the value of the promised land will seek eternal happiness and forever be blessed. At least that's what the lore story invokes when they were replying the legend of it. Shinra thinks it's just a rich surplus of Mako, and that's why they want to pursue it. I wouldn't be so sure about that. They said the same thing to Genesis and Angel during the Crisis Core. And we know how that turned out if you played that game. And now Barrett's going to... That's one thing about Barrett. He might come off as a badass, but down deep inside he is a real sweetheart. He does care for his comrades, and he does care for the people that he loves. There's a fine line for warriors between being a fighter and being a parent, but the two of them kind of go hand in hand. But there's always confliction. But then again, for a person of that particular career path, that's what they thrive on. They thrive on conflict and confliction. You don't believe me? Go to one of your friends who happen to did time in the services and ask them the same question. They'll probably give you the same answer. What do you think about this, Tifa? Alright. Well, let's hope so. I tried my best to be polite. Oh, it's not like that, Marlene. Come on. Marlene's got a dirt. Alright, now we're gonna go get Aerith. And we're gonna go through Shinra to get to her. Damn straight, better prepare for the worst. And here comes Barrett. Barrett. I don't want to say Barrett for some reason. I just don't speak too good. Well, we'll try our best, man, but we can't make any promises. But you do need to leave Midgar. Yeah, there is a location where we can enter through the wall market. And part of while I'm there, I want to go ahead and stop and get some weapons on the way. So, let's transit to the wall market right about now. Alright guys, we're back. We are in the wall market. Now, before I go any further, I want to stop by the items and weapon shops and material shops and see what I can procure. I've done a little bit more grinding, so I want to get some of the best equipment I need for the coming up battles. So let's see what you got, sir. Currently 20. 2. Let's get a few more. I'll buy one of those and we'll be fine. And that covers the item shop. Let me see if I can find the weapon shop. Nope, wrong place. Don't want to be there. Don't even want to remember it, to be honest. Go ahead and save. Yeah, you see that time down there? That's how much grinding I've been doing. That's one thing about RPGs. When you get a chance to grind a little bit to build up your characters, always take time to do so. You get more guild that way, and it pays off in the long run, as far as battle experience wise. What do you have, sir? Okay, you have all the stuff that I already have, so I'm not coming back here. That's the dress shop. But where's the weapon shop? That's the gym. I think this might be the weapon shop right here. Alright, here we go. I'll purchase that for her. Tiff can get the metal knuckles. Beardswar got that. Everyone's got that. Actually, I can get 2, 3, 4 of these. Actually, let me get 5, just in case. And you'll see why momentarily. Go ahead and switch out the equipment. Alright, now knuckles. You'll see all the items that I'm not using at the moment, which are the Titan Bangles, if I'm not mistaken. Get some of my money back. Sell that leather glove. Need to hold on to those for the time being. Hold on to that for the time being. Alright, we should be good now. And I know we need to get a battery. Alright, and then I got the batteries. So now we can proceed on to the going up. To the Shinra Tower. And the kids know about it, so we'll follow them.